Good morning to all the attendees. The event will be starting shortly. Before we start, here are some important housekeeping notes to be made before we begin today's event. In order to facilitate today's event more efficiently, we ask for your kind cooperation. Please mute yourself if you are not speaking. The Q&A session will be open at the end of the speaker session, so feel free to type in your question in the chat box. And most important of all, please enjoy the event and interact with us. Audience, we will also have a photo taking session in the end of the event. We encourage all of you to open your camera, so please prepare yourself with proper appearance, and also don't forget to change your Zoom background into the background we sent in the chat box. Just a kind reminder, if you haven't filled in the attendance form, the link is given in the chat box below. If there's any inquiry, please don't hesitate to voice up in the chat box and contact our technical team. Stay tuned, our event will be starting shortly. Good morning, Mr. Francis. Morning. Morning, Mr. Frenchie. Can you hear me?
Hello, testing, testing. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Hello, testing, testing. Can you hear me?
Maybe a little bit louder, Mr. Chua.
I'm not able to hear you. I'm not able to hear you. Sorry. Try again. Hello, hello. Testing, testing.
We can hear you actually.
Hello. Hello, hello. Okay. Yeah, I think I tried to rejoin it again. So you can enable me to share screen?
Encik Asrul.
Ya, ya. Ya, saya.
Tukar host.
Faisal, may I know the student, they are from aquaculture or agricultures or horticultures background?
I think it's agricultural science here and then have aquaculture also. So far. But we're going to be live. So most of the students we're going to join live from YouTube actually.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Mr. Chua, you can try and share the screen right now.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, sorry, I opened the wrong slide. Okay.
Ya, saya. Ya, ya.
So I'm sharing the screen now. Are you able to see?
Yeah, we can see you.
I changing the screen. Are you able to see that I changing the screen now also?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So let me know that when I should need to start.
Yeah, sure. So basically we will have opening by our coordinator, and then I will pass the floor to you, sir. And then we will have a short Q&A session and photo taking session, that's all.
Yeah.
All right?
All right.
Thank you. You can stop sharing the screen right now.
Yeah, I already start sharing the screen.
It's okay.
Sorry, Encik Hasrul dah live ke?
Kat YouTube dah live.
Alright, so shall we start right now? So, good morning to our honorable guests, Ms. Fahizah Muhammad, Senior Assistant Registrar of Faculty of Agriculture. Our speaker, Mr. Francis Chua, the founder of Urban Farm Tech Sendian Berhad, friends from Urban Farm Sendian Berhad, and all the respectable participants from UPM. I'm Jessie Chin Mingwu, the student from Bachelor's Degree of Agricultural Science UPM, and I will be your moderator of the day. On behalf of Urban Farm Tech Sendian Berhad and the committees of Primatani, we are pleased to welcome all of you to Agriculture Career Prospect Series 6, Urban Farm Tech Sendian Berhad. All right, so we have right now with Mr. Francis Chua, the CEO and speaker from Urban Farm Tech Sendian Berhad, to give us a talk about their company that will help us to explore our career path in agricultural field. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's pass the floor to our speaker from Urban Farm Tech Sendian Berhad, Mr. Francis Chua. The floor is yours, Mr. Francis Chua.
Thank you very much. Good mornings to everyone, especially from UPM for these invitations to let us have the opportunity to share about our company to your students and the audience. I'm Francis from Urban Farm Tech. Urban Farm Tech is the futures of urban farms engineering companies. So we founded the company on 2016 to provide the urban farming services. In urban farming, we believe the younger generations is the future to change the Malaysia's agriculture industry. Okay, and that is why we actually quite focus on the urban farm education program as well. There is some of the reason that we start this company since 2016. Okay, some of the problem that we're trying to aim and target is, for example, the average age of farmer in Malaysia is like 53 years old. We need to have a more younger generations to involve in agriculture, and Malaysia is a food import country nowadays. We almost import like 50 billion of food every year, so we need to improve our local food productions. Okay, and of course another issue is unemployment rate in Malaysia is getting higher, especially after COVID. So we actually focus on a few three type of projects and also technologies. First is the vertical farming, and vertical farming is a concept of how we actually can grow the vegetable, the fruits in vertical environments. Okay, whether it's indoor or using the outdoor. So if indoor environments that involve like environment control technologies, involve like artificial horticulture like technology and all that. For outdoor vertical farming is also possible. For example, like wall farming, for example, like vertical tower farming. So in order to make sure and also to is also aligned for future situations that shortage of labours, we also think that IoT technologies, IR 4.0 for agriculture is also very important. How we actually can automate the future's farming process. So that's why our company also focusing on IR 4.0 technologies development in agriculture. For example, IoT sensor to monitoring the EC level and pH level in the hydroponic system, and we can have the automated dosings to adjust automatically without any manpower involvement. That is one of the example on our technology in agriculture. So, and another technology that we're focusing on is integrated farming. Okay, one of the example is aquaponic system. Aquaponic system is the farming technologies that integrated aquaculture and the horticulture or hydroponic system together. We recycle the waste from the fish and convert that to become nutrients, and so it become nutrients for the plant to uptake, and the clean water return back to the fish. So it's form a complete or healthy ecosystems. Okay, that we can recycle the waste to become the resources. And we also believe that this kind of projects and technologies will have a very big potential in future, especially now we are talking about the climate change, we are talking about carbon footprints and all that. So how we actually can recycle the waste, okay, and to become nutrients, so will be very potential for future markets. And how actually we do our business is through the turnkey projects. So meaning to say that we help our customer to design and build their urban farm or vertical farming system through a few process. First, we start on engineering. Okay, we analyze their situation, their environment, and then we come out with engineering proposal. Okay, and if they agree with the proposals, in terms of technical, in terms of commercials, then we proceed on the material or equipment procurement. And after the equipment and material arrive, we will start the construction, which is the installation of the system. And then we will perform the testing and commissioning, and then only we hand over to customer. So that is our business flow lah. Okay, some of the historical record that we have, we work with like local councils to promote these urban farmings in the communities. Okay, we also help like Asiada Group to design and build their vertical farm for their office. Okay. And as I mentioned, we actually were focusing on how we can inspire the younger generations, the future generations to involve in agriculture. So before, of course, this happened before the MCOs, we go into different schools to give the free talk to them, give the talk about the urban farm, to the talk about aquaponic system, and inspire them about how actually we can grow our healthy foods with a different way. Okay. And then, okay, so we also help some household owner, okay, our community farmer to design and build their aquaponics farm, or some of it is hydroponic systems with the IoT integrated. Okay, so this is one of the smart greenhouse projects for households. And we also cooperate with MDEC, MTEX for some of the pilot projects. Okay, for example, this is a smart greenhouse project for Orang Asli community. Okay, with the objective that how we can let the grassroots people to also adopt the technologies and apply in agriculture. So some of our social impact, for example, we provide urban farming training to 20 schools and involve like 2,500 students and also 500 local community residents up to June 2021. And currently, we are setting up our urban farm training center at Cyberjaya with the cooperation with some of the government agencies, for example, like Magic, Cyberview, and NTB Sepang. So we already rent a piece of land from them, and we are now setting up. So in this smart farm training center, we will have the hydroponic system, we will have the IoT system, we will have also the aquaponic system as a showcase. And people actually can come here to learn about the modern farming. Yeah. So that is all about our company. JC, I pass the stage back to you. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Chua, for this very insightful sharing about your company. So, okay, so let's proceed to our Q&A session, sir. Okay, so for the audience, if you have any questions, just feel free to leave in the chat box. Okay, so we start with our first question from me. Is it okay, sir?
Yeah.
All right. So this is quite interesting to see that you do a lot of like training in school. Can you tell us more about which school are you giving training to?
We actually, like for example, SMK Sultan Abdul Samad is also one of our very close cooperation partners. We even actually donate some system to them. Their school have this we call it special needs student, about like 50 special needs students, and we work very close with them since 2018 because they are also very keen in urban farming. They have this passion in urban farming, and we also see like how will be the impact is that they let by using our this system to let the special needs student have a chance to learn how they can grow their own food, which is one of the new survival skill set for them. Yeah, and other than that, we also work with other school like SK Alai and in Malacca, and also some of the other school, which is Orang Asli school in Selangor area. That is actually we work with another foundations, and they sponsor those system to their beneficiary school.
All right, thank you very much, sir. So we have another question from Ms. Fahiza. She asked, how many students per semester Urban Farm Tech able to receive for internship? Is it, Ms. Fahiza? Yeah, for internship.
Basically, we will receive 2 to 3 students. Okay, so we will try to remain like 2 to 3 internship students at the same time.
All right, so 2 to 3 internship students. The period of internship it depends on the university, or you guys have a specific internship period?
We prefer 6 months. Yeah, we prefer 6 months. Yeah, but of course, different university they have a different internship period. Some like 2 months, 3 months. But usually we will not consider. We will actually more consider like if there can be like 6 months internship period.
All right, thank you very much. So 6 months is the minimum, is it? Okay, so since someone asked about the internship, I would like to ask more for our student who is going to the internship soon. So what is the benefit of students if they apply internship with your company in terms of allowance, accommodation, or anything?
Okay, so first of all, we don't provide accommodation, okay, because we are different. Like this conventional farm that is in a rural area, that you need to rely on them to arrange accommodation to you. So basically, our office, our project is within the city itself. So basically, that's why we don't provide accommodation, but we provide allowance. Okay, so we provide allowance is one of the benefit. Of course, at the same time, I think one of the biggest benefit from our company is that we really let the student to hands-on. Okay, so meaning to say like we wouldn't assume them they are like student, and we just not there to let them do anything. Those industry students, when they come into my companies in the past, okay, so as long as first is that they to take responsibility, okay, and we will actually let them work like as employees, okay, direct to my customer, liaise with my customers, and do everything like not just it's like in office or paperwork. We will actually let them like facing at the front lines, okay, to gain this actual work experience.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Chua. And I see like your company is more to like agriculture extension space and also R&D space, R&D development, is it? So if the student applied internship in this company, so what is actually their job scope?
Okay, so we also subject to the strength of these students, and of course also on how they committed to the jobs. Okay, so in the it can be like R&D looks on products. Okay, and also is on operations. For example, recently we just finished one project for our customer, and for this project we need to have conduct a 6 months testing and commissioning and operating the system. So if that's the case, then the student will be assigned into that project to do the operating and maintenance for the system itself. Yeah, so they don't have like a very specific so-called it's very subjecting to the situations that on that time. Okay, our companies that time what is the project that we handle now. Yeah, but mainly like there will be like R&Ds, and will be also involved like the farm operations.
All right, great to hear that. So if there's anyone interested applying your internship with this company, Mr. Chua, can you leave your HR email and contact number in the chat box so our student can get contact to you?
Okay. They can direct email to me.
So they'll just need to send their resume to Mr. Chua, is it?
Yeah. So I just type in the chat box.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Chua. So okay, I would like to ask more about the company. So what is the company future development plan? As I can see, it is quite agriculture R&D based. So do you mind to share more about your company future development plan,
Yeah.
such as spending?
Yeah. So basically, as I mentioned, that we are setting up a 5,000 square feet of farm in Cyberjaya. So that will be our showcase, and there will be also our R&D center in Cyberjaya. So by using that facility, we'll expand on the education programs. As of before, we approach the school and we actually do all this program at the school and also customer place. So by this time, when we have our own space, we actually can conduct those education program in our own places. So that is one of our internal expansions. Okay, and other than that, we are now also involved in one of the so-called big scale vertical farm projects in Damansara. So that involve like 15 story of this aquaponic system. Okay, and the whole project will take about 1 year or 1 year plus to complete the installation and also commissioning, and that will become the first of its kind of this kind of project in Malaysia. So that will be also another our great milestone that we start to see the big scale of this urban farm integration with the buildings, and that will be also our one step soon to actually go further in futures, that how to integrate this kind of a big scale urban farm system to the building and make the building more self-sustainable.
All right, it's great to hear that. It's very insightful, sir. So another question personally for you, sir. I did a bit research on your background, and you're not from an agriculture background, is it, sir?
Yeah, yes.
So what makes you want to transform from another background into agriculture background?
Okay, so yes, Jesse, I'm actually from engineering background. I was working in engineering line for 9 years in environmental engineering. Environmental engineering actually is engineering that actually like waste treatments, this kind of process, and so what triggered me at start to step into this urban farm or agriculture industry is that there's two reasons. One is actually my daughters or my young my children that let me think that we need to have a more sustainable food system. Okay, so when you compare to the old times now compared to now, you can find that the change of the food system is have the very big risk. Usually, when you look into urbanization, people focus on how to make more buildings, put more people into the city and focus on the GDP and all this. But nobody actually care about like what if the food system or the supply chain is interrupted. How you actually the people in the city can sustain, right? They have no food, right? And they actually very high density. So the city development itself is mix of one thing, okay, one very key element, which is the food system. Okay, so that is the reason that I think like we need to change the future city, okay, and so that we can make our future generations have more sustainable futures. So that's one. And of course, second is that based on our job experience in the past, and we think there is many things we can do, okay, by transferring the know-how from engineering into agriculture. For example, today when we talk about this aquaponic system, when we talk about this IoT system, in fact, all those technology is related to like waste treatment. Those technology is involved, is actually automations in the industry, in the engineering industry. So it's just that we not bring that know-how, knowledge, technology into another industry. So that's why I can see that there is still a potential, is still a big room that we can improve on agriculture. So yes, so basically that is the two reasons, okay. So these are the two reasons that make me think like, yeah, we actually need to do something, okay, to make the future better, and we can do something because we have this, existing technology and know-how from another industry.
Right, it's actually very great to see like people from other fields entering agriculture field. It will be such an encouragement for all of us, especially the kids from agriculture. Right, sir. So here is another question from the floor. Okay, so if one would like to join your company, are there any expected skill and knowledge he or she should be equipped and imposed before joining the company?
Sorry, just now the line is not very good. Can you repeat again your question?
Okay, sure. So if one would like to join the company, are there any expected skill or knowledge he or she would need to equip and impose before joining the company?
Yeah, actually, as a company, as a business, we need different skill sets. Okay, it can be like marketing, it can be like agriculture, it can be like even like IT, or even in my team we also have a biotech. So basically, I think the most important is that the patience, okay? Not only the skill but the patience, okay? And you need to have the responsible attitude, okay? You have to work independently with with less monitoring. So that is actually the requirement of the so-called quality of the student that we will look at. So it doesn't matter that if let's say you are from marketing or you are from like graphic design or you are from non-agriculture related background, okay? Even like business, okay? So it's all can be considered to join the company, okay? Because we run it as a business, and in a business they have many different elements or skill or knowledge that we need in order to make the business sustainable.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chua. And I think his answer your question, Najmi. He asked that since it is an R&D field, I wonder if students with a business background, such as agriculture business, could join
Yes.
a company. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, my answer I think to this is yes, agribusiness could join a company, why not? And I think in agriculture itself, you want to make the agriculture sustainable, or the farmer can be sustainable. It's not about like whether are you able to grow the food. It's also about like how you can make it become a business. You can monetize it. You can increase the value for your produce. Yeah. So and agribusiness is a part of is a very important part to make the ecosystem can sustain. Right? I think then we have to think like how to help the farmer, increase their revenue, how to multiply the revenue source and all these things. Why not?
All right, great. So I think Mr. Chua answered your question, Najmi. So if you're interested, please contact the numbers in the chat box. All right. So since someone asked about the company, so do you mind to share about the sections or department in your company, such as R&D department, or what department you have in the company right now?
Just we actually don't have so many departments, and basically we only have a few functions. One is actually project management, okay. Another one is actually the administrations operations. So basically this is the department that we have. This is the function of the company that we have. So we are a startup, okay, and we go for lean operations. So meaning to say actually, for example, the installation of the projects, we use the subcontractor to do it. So we do need to have an overhead for that. Okay, so we just need to have one project engineers and monitors and also coordinate with the subcontractor with the customer. Then we can deliver the project. I think this is also the trend of the future. As a company or startup, they want to try to go for more, lower overheads and also more lean kind of structures.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Chua. So another question from Mr. Ong Pei Chi. So hello and good morning, Mr. Chua. Could you share more on what interns your company are looking for? For example, what kind of skill sets the company would like to find out? Maybe something aside from the soft skill.
Other than this agriculture or other than agriculture or aquaculture, we're also looking for the marketing background. Yeah.
All right, sir. So your company can accept aquaculture student, agribusiness student, any agricultural pure background student, is it, sir?
Yeah, because also in terms of agriculture itself, we will more prefer horticulture because we are not grow this commodity plant, like geta or sawi. We are actually more on food based, so like vegetable. So I believe that maybe horticulture one will be more relevant to what we're doing now.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Chua. I believe we have some students from horticulture background would like to join you as soon as possible. Okay, another personal question from me, Mr. Chua. Is there any summer camp that our student can join?
What kind of summer camp? I'm not really sure. What is it? How is it?
Maybe just they personally apply internship with the company. Aside from their academic calendar, they just apply it around 3 months during their semester break.
I think possible can. It's like part time, something like that. It's just like maybe to gain the experience. I think why not? Yeah, it's good. I think it's good to have also. And sometimes we actually can create some projects also. Yeah, we can create some project. We can set certain milestone. We can allocate certain budget, and let the student to run the project for us.
It is great to hear that. I'm looking forward for that also.
Yeah. Actually, we are very open, a lot of opportunity to very the so-called good behavior students, that if let's say they have this entrepreneur mindset, or they really want to go into like entrepreneurship and all this. So we even can have this entrepreneurs program with them. We can also, like, if we see that it's potentials, we can also invest on them with a small amount. Then from there we like start to see whether it can continue grow as a business, individual business. Then we continue looking like, okay, see whether we can continue invest with them and become their partners.
All right, great to hear that, Mr. Charles. So is there currently any scholarship or any bonding with your company with our others university right now?
No, we don't have yet the scholarship or the thing.
All right, great. Thank you very much, Mr. Shah. So another question from Nazmi, since I think he's very interested to joining you for internship. So he asked, may I ask the working hours at the company for internship student?
Working hour is as normal, like 8 to like 6 o'clock, 9 to 6 o'clock, Monday to Fridays. Yeah, unless there is actually any special event during the weekend, okay, then or else we will just follow the normal working hour as usual.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Chua. So I think that's all from the floor. Thank you very much, Mr. Chua, and the question from the floor. Before that, let's have a photo taking session, everyone, with Mr. Chua. Is it okay, sir?
Yeah, can.
So just a moment, everyone please turn on your cam right now. And AJK Multimedia, the position. We'll just wait for another minute for everyone to get prepared and open their camera. Okay, so meanwhile, we are waiting for them to open their cam. So last question from the floor. Do you mind if I ask, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. So Ong Pei Chi asks, would the interns having their own transportation is more preferable?
Yes, yeah, that is be more preferable that internship students have their own transportation.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Chua. So I think Mr. Chua has answered your question. So right now, back to our photo taking session. Everyone just prepare yourself, and we are taking photo in 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, one more time. 3, 2, 1, smile. All right, thank you very much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Dr. Jasmine Anthony.
Just a moment, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we will have a closing speech from our coordinator, Dr. Jasmine. She is the senior lecturer of Jabatan Teknologi Pertanian, right? We will let her close our event today with her insightful closing speech. All right, Dr. Jasmine, the floor is yours.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. Can you hear my voice?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Morning, Mr. Chua. I think I'm not so sure whether you still remember my voice or not, because last year, contacting you during phone call related to the program BTPP, Bachelor Technology Pertanian Pintar.
Farming.
Smart farming. Last year, actually, it's already a long time ago.
Do you remember, Mr. Chua?
Do you still remember, Mr. Chua? Not really. Don't worry.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, sorry, just now I mute. Yeah, so soon. 1 year already passed. Yeah.
Yes, 1 year ago. Quite a long time. But then we have a great opportunity to have you now. Okay, and I believe that not only Faculty of Agriculture, but then all members in UPM really welcome Urban Tech, so that we can have a good collaboration and good networking with the industry. Okay, especially related to the agriculture. And nowadays we are talking about the Internet of Things, smart farming, and I believe that urban tech have all those things. Okay, so I'm glad that we do have urban tech today for sharing. I think I can say that it's a sharing experience, even though based on my conversation between Mr. Chua and the rest, you are not from agriculture. All right. Same goes with me. I'm not from agriculture, but we are in the field of agriculture because we eat every day. From top to two is from the agriculture base, right? So don't worry, okay, for agriculture student and also horticulture and others background, please get this opportunity by Urban Tech. Again, and I believe that Urban Tech really need our agriculture student, is it, Mr. Chua?
Yeah, of course, yes.
Really
Yeah.
need our okay, based I think Mr. Chua already observed some of you. Okay, he want to take you as a industrial student in the following future, inshallah. Okay, and then I want to say a big thank and a great pleasure for having us, Mr. Chua and Urban Tech. And I do hope that you will welcome all our students to be part of your family in the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe this year, next year, and the following in the future. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I have one question, Mr. Chua. Okay. Maybe that one is from the perspective of student, but this one is from my side. Is there any benefit that a student can gain if they are working or they are doing their industrial training in the urban tech, in terms of either allowance or any benefit that you can provide to us?
Yeah, I think first of all is the allowance. Okay, we provide the allowance, and then as I mentioned just now also that we provide opportunity for them to direct hands-on or and also direct involved with our operations. And I think another one just now also highlighted, if the student is very potential and they really have the good ideas and they want to like go into entrepreneurship or start their own business or something like that, we actually can also consider to become their partners, okay, or do some investments and mentor and something like that. I think this is the benefit you can offer from the company.
Oh, such a great opportunity and such a great benefit that we can gain from working in urban tech. Okay, and then we do hope that all the students take this opportunity and then grab the opportunity to be part of the urban tech family. Okay, so with that, I want again to say thank you to Urban Tech, Mr. Chua, and the team. You are preparing a lot of things to giving us understanding about what that you provide, what is the service that you are provide to the agriculture base especially. Okay, and then with that, I think give it to the moderator or Cik Faizah.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Dr.
Mr.
Jasmine.
Chua.
And Mr. Chua. Yeah, I believe we have come to the end of the Agriculture Career Prospect Series 6, Urban Farm Tech Sdn Bhd. And thank you, Dr. Jasmine, for such an insightful speech. Today is our honor to have this great opportunity to have Mr. Chua, the CEO and speaker from Urban Farm Tech Sdn Bhd. We would like to extend our gratitude to Faculty of Agriculture UPM, Mr. Francis Chua, okay, speaker from Urban Farm Tech Sdn Bhd, Urban Farm Tech Sdn Bhd, and Permatani for your endless support. We hope all of you enjoy today's event and have a meaningful takeaway that will help us with our future career development. Once again, if you have any inquiries, do not hesitate to contact Urban Farm Tech Department via their contact number in the chat box below. You can also follow them on their Urban Farm Tech Sdn Bhd Facebook page. the details given in the chat box. Just a kind reminder, for those who haven't filled in the attendance form, the link is given in the chat box. If there's any inquiry, please do not hesitate to voice up in the chat box and contact our technical team. Thank you and have a nice day. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Francis.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, bye. Thank you. Okay, bye. Thank you.
Kamilah putra putri pertanian membina warisan yang gemilang. Dari ladang hingga ke penggunaan, kami rentasi semua cara menjaga ekonomi negara. Dari dulu hinggalah sekarang, sumber makanan dan kekayaan membina tamadun dan warisan.
Dia nak tunggu ke kak? Tak lah. Okey. Itulah. Itu kadang begitulah kak.
Bagi berterusan, kamilah putra putri pertanian menjana ilmu agama dan negara di bumi sedang yang tersayang. Kamilah putra putri pertanian membekal kerajuan yang terbilang untuk sektor yang terus berkembang melapis masa depan. Angkat tanaman dan pakan haiwan, penjagaan dan pengajaran, pendidikan umat cemerlang, berilmu, berbakti, berterusan. Kamilah putra putri pertanian, penjana ilmu pengetahuan untuk bangsa, agama dan negara di bumi sedang yang tersayang. Kamilah putra putri pertanian membekal kerajuan yang terbilang untuk sektor yang terus berkembang melapis masa depan, melapis masa depan.
All right, thank you, everyone. You may leave